Hey guys, day 112, April the 22nd, and a milestone day. Today is the end of Joshua. We're done with Joshua. We're moving on to Judges. Judges is a flipping cool book. Just throwing that out there. You're going to hear that a few times. I'm sure of it. But at any rate, those of you doing the one-year Bible study, today we've got Joshua chapter 24, verse 1 through 33, Luke chapter 21, verse 1 through 28, Psalms chapter 89, verse 38 through 52, Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20 through 23. Today I want to look at this in Luke chapter 21. This is a sweet, blessed story here. Luke chapter 21, we've got this widow and her offering. Now, back in the day in Israel, a widow couldn't work. Once your husband was dead, hopefully he had left some money to take care of you, really, the rest of your days, because there ain't much for you. Which, that's rough. So there's not much hope there. And here we see this story in verse 21, verse 1. And I want to look through verse 4. Jesus looked up and saw the rich putting their gifts into the offering box. And he saw a poor widow put in 2 small copper coins. And he said, "Truly, I tell you, this poor widow has put in more than all of them. For they all contributed out of their abundance. But she, out of poverty, put in all she had to live on." Now, note, he's not saying that the rich people were bad in giving. He's not saying, well, if you have a lot of money, you better not give. Only the poor people. It's not what he's saying. What he's doing here is not even giving an amount of what you should give. What he is doing is recognizing the heart with which we should give. He's recognizing the heart with which we should give. It's hard to give at times. It really is. And I know my heart gets messed up about this sometimes, especially if we think that which we are giving is not being used the way we think it should be. Like if you give to a church and we think, well, they should be using it for this and not that. Or that and not this. Or when we give to a friend or family member in need, and then they turn around and use the gift, and you're like, that's not what I intended that for. Well, that's your heart. And that's your responsibility. When God lays it on your heart to give. Do it. But once that is out of your hands, now that's the responsibility of somebody else. God will hold you into account if you are obedient with giving when He laid it on your heart and called you to give. He'll judge their hearts for how responsible, how good of stewards they were of that which was given to them. You see, it's not our account. We're not the judges. And don't let one person using the gift wrong end up keeping you from ever giving again. It's like, God, I was obedient once, and look at what they did. Now I'm never doing... No. Don't let somebody else's faithfulness dictate your own lack of faithfulness. Give with the heart of a widow. The widow who gave everything she had to live off of. It's not like she could go out and earn that money back. That was all she had to live on for the rest of her life. And every time she gave, she was giving where it hurts. Be sure that you guard your heart from bitterness against giving. And be a giver. You have no idea how much God has blessed me in my life with folks giving. How much God has blessed me in my life through me being able to give to others. There have been times where I thought, well, this ain't going nowhere, but I know God's called me to do it. And I've done it, and it's amazing what He's done with that faithfulness. Be sure to be a giver. There's always going to be somebody messing up with the gift you give. But don't let that determine your faithfulness. Take care of yourselves out there. Be safe. Love y'all.